Hey y'all, and we're
Hi,
back.
everyone. We are back.
Welcome to the second episode of World of Read. So, of course, y'all know we have a lot of things going on. So, let's go ahead and get it started with a little something we like to call what? Celebrity chatter.
Yes. A lot has been happening in the celebrity world as of this week.
Girl, they doing too much. But like always, but of course we have to get it started where we always get it started with none other than Mama D. Like, don't get me wrong, okay? I know that this is Shay's pregnancy, but this weekend it was definitely Mama D's moment. Okay, so Shay came out. Shout out to Shay and congratulations to her on her new bundle of joy that she'll be expecting. I'll also be expecting to know who's the baby daddy because even MJ, her brother, asked her who is the baby daddy. And just a couple of months ago, she took to what it was Instagram saying how her virtual date stood her up, and now she's 5 months pregnant. But in other news, Mama D announced that she is going to be the glam godmother. Okay. So, baby, the streets is talking. The people saying Mama D is disrespectful, and that's why her daughter-in-law don't like her. What you think, Bob?
I personally don't really. First of all, can we expect really anything different? It's Mama D. First of all, let's just get that out there.
In
And
that order.
precisely. And second, at the same time, can you really expect anything different from Shay? No, probably not. I do want to know, yes, who is the baby daddy? Not that, it matters. It's just obviously we all know that it takes two people to bring life into this world. So it's just kind of like a question mark there. So I hope I'm sure, celebrities, they always know that they're going to stir up some stuff by releasing whatever information, so she's going to address it because she knows that people are going to have questions. But I don't really, as far as her allowing Mama D to be the godmother, I don't really want to say it's like so messy. I mean, it kind of is, but like what I if I was in any of their shoes, like no, definitely not. And my mother-in-law did no, absolutely not. Or my mom, no, that wouldn't fly. But eh, I mean, what can we do? It's not really that surprising. Eh.
No, listen, for me, let me say this. Let me say this, okay? Because I'm nosy. That's why I'm on this YouTube talking, right? Because I'm nosy and I want to talk about it with somebody and I want people to talk about it with us. Okay. So Shay, girl, I want to know who the baby daddy is, okay? Because I've been watching you since Flavor of Love. Okay, I've been watching you since Flavor of Love. Then I followed you through Charm School. Then you popped up on Love and Hip Hop, right? She was on Charm School. Remember
She was
her?
on all three. I think she was on every Love and Hip Hop except for New York.
And she, wait, I never saw. I didn't even see her on the Hollywood, but maybe so.
I'm pretty sure she popped up over there.
Right. So that's why I want to know who her baby daddy is. And part of me thinks she ain't releasing who that baby daddy is as a bargaining chip to get back on.
To be
As
trending
a bargaining chip to get back on Miami. Right. So
and
she
to
can
be
have some
trending. Yeah.
drama. So she can have some
They
drama
know,
about it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that's the only reason. I would hope you're not gonna you have a whole child now. I would hope no one would just do that. But again, people do crazy stuff, yes. But I would hope it's a little bit more like, oh yeah, I know this is gonna get me on there, and I really want a kid. Like, yeah, I would hope that
Well,
outshined
no, right. No, I'm not doubting that she wants to have the kid, right? I'm just saying maybe she's
the way she's
withholding
going
that
about it.
information, right,
Mm.
to try to, secure her another Love and Hip Hop check. And as
Oh yeah,
far as that's what I mean by, withholding who the father is, right? Because She know we want to know. She know we know that we don't watch her do her speed dating on Instagram and everything else. Okay, so Shay, we the people, we need answers. All right, as far as that's concerned. Now also as far as Mama D, I am not surprised. While I do see where people can see it as messy, we all know like Mama D has gone up for and supported Shay since, like, even when he was still with Erica, trying to get back with Erica in the moments when we knew he wasn't with nobody. He was on the outs with Bambi, he was on the outs with Erica. Him and Shay wasn't kicking it like that. So I think they have their own relationship that they maintained, and I feel like it's doable for her to be the godmother, especially if Shay is still in Miami and um Mama D is in her palace, down to the palace down in Atlanta. Okay. And so I would say it would get messy if she had her grandchildren and the baby around each other, and Bambi and Scrappy didn't want that. But I feel like long as she respects her son's wishes, and her daughter-in-law's wishes, I don't see a problem with it. I think people need to understand that relationships can coexist, and just because I was dating you doesn't always necessarily mean that my family gonna stop fooling with you. You know, sometimes other relationships form and people are allowed to remain close. So this I don't see a problem with. Okay, I don't see no problem with Mama D being friends with Shay. But that's all I got on that.
Pretty much, I will say she does look beautiful. Like she really looks nice in that picture, and the whole
Yeah, she was, listen, she was glowing. I was here for it. Okay. And I'm not even a big Shay Johnson fan. Sometimes all that mouth she got work on my nerves.
or
But
she got a
I
wig.
was but she looks good. She looks good. She's a beautiful girl. Just
Yeah,
sometimes that attitude can be a big old turn off. But now you know who we gotta go to next. And that's what? The Wendy Williams and Sherry Shepherd of it all. Okay. The Wendy Williams and Sherry Shepherd of it all. So let me say this. I am sad to see Wendy go. I hope once she gets her help together, whatever. And I'm not calling out anything because I don't know Wendy Williams personally, child, and I ain't trying to be sued. And I'm not trying to allegedly y'all to death. Okay. So whatever is going on with Wendy, whether it be mental health, physical health, or hell, she might just need a break. Wendy been doing this a long damn time. Okay. I hope that she gets better, whatever's going on with her. And I hope that we see her in some way, shape, or form doing something else. Maybe not a full show, maybe cameos on some other shows or something like that. Because let's not act like Wendy Williams was not that girl. Okay. Wendy Williams was one of the people who opened the doors for us to even be able to get on here and talk trash about these shows and these celebrities like we do. You know, she partially started it. She was on radio, but it opened up the door for a lot of things and a lot of people. So baby, we I'm definitely gonna give Wendy her flowers. Okay. I'm not gonna act like she wasn't that girl. I hope allegedly that she is not really taking comfort at this time with Kelvin, because him and Sharina might just be trying to get her money, some more money up out of her. I hope that's not what's going on. Because if she is, that's some real Stockholm syndrome type stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, allegedly that's what's being reported. But I'm happy for her. But at the same time, you know, I'm not a big Sherry Shepherd's girl. I haven't watched, but I've heard that, you know, she's done good. And I think anybody who's going to go to watch what Sherry Shepherd's going to do, going to have to go in with the mindset that this isn't Wendy Williams' show. This is Sherry Shepherd's show, and she's not Wendy. And you have to go in with just the fresh eyes of watching a new talk show. So I'm going to give it a try and just see what she got, you know. And hopefully she do well. I wish her nothing but success. And I did see a clip of what she was saying as far as getting her own show, and she's grateful for the opportunity. And she said, I am not replacing Wendy, and I'm glad that she gave her flowers and the respect and the homage that is due her.
I've never, just as you said, like I don't follow Sherry Shepherd's career close enough to like I've only ever seen her like really not even in the talk show arena, just like on movies, honestly, and stuff. I don't know how she even is as a daytime personality. I will say that even if a lot of people were saying like this might be best for Wendy, because especially just like with her health and just things going on, even like socially or whatever, that this might be the best type of exit for her. Like, because if she comes back and then like does something messy, happens or whatever, you want to bow out gracefully. So I think this might probably be the best as far as that. But I mean, yeah, still it's Wendy Williams, and especially me, I guess growing up in the New Jersey and like the tri-state area, I definitely grew up listening to her on the radio. When I was like literally like single digits, like I probably shouldn't have been listening, but I was, whatever. My parents are playing it, so I was listening.
I mean, you don't have
So
no choice over the radio at those days.
yeah, and I I'm not like, oh my God, I'm like so heartbroken or anything like that. But like, I wouldn't mind, as long as she's in her best health and, is up to it, I wouldn't mind seeing her, on something else. And I do hate that it had to come down to this or ever, since she has been like, it's been on for 14 seasons. She had a very lengthy radio um, personality career and stuff like that. So I hate that it just like had to like just come to this or whatever. And she probably just, feels like what, like everything, this was everything I'm sure to her, and it just is not there anymore. It's just like, what the heck. um so I am glad, or I would be glad to see her on something else. And like, I mean, like, can she like go like start her own network or something? Or I'm sure somebody else, Zeus, like, I don't know, somebody else will give her another chance if she shows that that's what she wants or whatever. I know they will. Like her, portfolio kind of, it's definitely speaks for itself in that regard. But I was like, wow, okay. Like we knew something was coming of this because it's been in the headlines for months now. Like we knew it was either going to go one way or another. And it didn't look like it was going that way for a while, more and more with her health and all these things kept popping up. So it was only a matter of time that, time is money. And it was only a matter of time that they were going to come down with a decision. And yeah, that's kind of what we're left with right now. So I guess we'll see. I mean, I'll see what it's hitting for. I guess I don't know.
One one thing about it, Bob. This is definitely not the Wendy Williams. I'm pretty sure there'll be something we will be discussing. Um, in terms of what it is, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be something that we will hear about Wendy Williams. So I don't think this is the end of her career. I think this is maybe a to be continued moment.
I will say though about the whole ex-husband thing though, whatever. Like, first of all, to him, but second of all, maybe on it's like a double-edged sword. It's like maybe this might be a good thing though if she is finding solace in him, because after, like I said, her career, this was like her baby, and if that's like taken from you, this could like really make her spiral. And if you have certain conditions and stuff like that, you get so worked up, whatever, that like really might have been just the end for everything. So I hate to even say it. Like I literally hate to even verbalize this, but it might be best just for her own sanity that if he is there for her solace or whatever, like in comfort, like maybe that's best, because we all know she not over him completely, or like that she still love that man. So maybe it's good in that regard, but I hate to even like say that out of my mouth.
I know. I mean, and I get what you're saying. That may be a
Yeah,
comfort level that gets her back to her sanity. But child, I'm
I
like,
hate
baby,
it.
go to Lil Kevin, not Big Kevin, Lil
But
Kevin.
he got his
Like,
own. But
let's
that
talk.
at the same time, I don't want
But
to
I
say
mean,
that
I
because
get what you're
he's got
saying.
his
There
own
might be some
life.
things, and it's probably some things she can discuss with Big Kevin, that she can't discuss,
Yeah,
with Lil Kevin. So
and not to burden him. He's still very young, trying to make it in his life and make a name for him, whatever. I hate when, I would hate to burden my child with stuff more than they already probably are burdened with, because seeing your parents sick and stuff is already a lot. Like,
right. And listen, I get what you're saying, but for me, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. If it's helping her, then good for her.
oh, I
But
hate it.
I hate it. For far as I'm concerned, Kelvin, whatever his name is, can go to SHI. He can go to shit. That's just me. But Wendy Williams, we here at the World of Reads wish you the best, my girl. So now, of course, we got to move to this week's What the Fuck moment. Okay. And this week's What the Fuck moment, we're going to entitle Dirty Daycare. Dirty daycare. Go ahead, Bob, and let the people know about this dirty daycare left this baby. Baby, they need to lose all their licenses.
So, according to the Daily Mail, this article was posted on February 20th, and it's entitled, Florida Mom Finds Her 2-Year-Old Daughter Alone and Locked Inside Daycare After Showing Up a Few Minutes Late for Pickup. Stephanie Martinez found her 2-year-old daughter alone and locked inside a dark room after coming to pick her up from a daycare a few minutes late. The Florida mother is pursuing legal action against Plantation KinderCare for leaving her daughter Anastasia alone and not notifying her. Martinez called 911 and was only reunited with her toddler after the Plantation Fire Department arrived and pried the building's doors open. The Broward Sheriff's Office, Child Protection Services, and Plantation Police are now investigating the incident. The last 2 employees at the daycare center who were responsible for pickup and closing the building have since been placed on administrative leave. Stephanie Martinez found her standing on a chair and crying. So if you guys haven't seen the video or whatever, like, trigger warning, like, absolutely disgusted. Like, I don't care. I feel like there's no excuse. Point blank. Like, how do we arrive at this moment?
Now, if this was me, you would have been like, where are you doing our recording this weekend? Then next thing you'd have been like, Nola ain't text me. She ain't called me. She ain't said nothing.
And I would
the next thing you know, you would have seen me on CNN, World News, BNC, Fox News, KHOU, KRPC, and whatever other letters any other news station got out there with a mugshot like this. Because I wouldn't have had no problems. First of all, let me just say, the fact that the daycare is named Plantation is a problem for me.
You saw me pause. Anything that ever says Plantation, I don't even go to, it might be just a West Coast thing, I don't know. I don't even go to Soup Plantation because it makes me feel weird. Like, plantation, anything with the word plantation just always makes me feel weird. I don't know. I don't feel welcome.
Anything with the word plantation is a key sign for me. Don't go there. Don't do it. I can't do it. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, I did hear about it. And I did hear because Charlemagne and them actually gave the daycare Donkey of the Day, right, when the story first came out. And so here's my thing. They know the mom has 2 kids. She's working. She has to pick up 1 kid first, and then she come pick up the other. So she's occasionally a few minutes late. Child, listen, y'all already know this. Why y'all leave that baby? Like, at the end of the day, I know nurseries have protocols and there's a certain time. And I know from working in the school system, even though I was in high school, I know if parents don't show up by a certain time, is speaking with my colleagues, they call the police. They get CPS involved, especially if you're late so many times. But to leave a 2-year-old baby, they would have came back. All the windows would have been broke. By the time I'd have called the police and let them know I'm about to be breaking and entering because they done left my 2-year-old in here.
I wouldn't even wait for the cops to get there. Like,
girl, they would have down. Baby, they would have came and found their nursery totally destroyed, okay? Because I'd have got my baby out there and I'd have burned it down. Then I would have been trying to find all the daycare workers on Instagram, IG, TikTok, Big O, and whatever else the hell they may be on. And baby, I'd have showed up at their house one by one because they was going to have to see me. Damn a
Honestly,
lawsuit on that one. Y'all was gonna have to see me because the mom
one
said that baby is traumatized, didn't want her to leave her, didn't want to sleep
she
alone.
probably is not.
Like 2 years
Yeah, she probably
old.
won't go ever again to daycare.
2 years old,
Traumatized.
y'all done traumatized that baby for school. Y'all setting that mama up for truancy stuff for the child not going to school or to have to homeschool and choose like how I'm gonna choose between my baby comfort. Like y'all done basically sentenced a 2-year-old to therapy already, traumatizing that baby. Girl,
I would have.
baby, the nursery owner and all her workers would have had to see me. They would have had to see me.
Like I am still confused as to how we arrived here. And honestly, like yeah, as you said, the police get involved and such, but that's even as far as I've ever known, that's comes even after usually it's they charge you a whole bunch of money. Like anyone I've ever known that like be like, oh God, hurry up and go pick up my kid or whatever, because they're gonna charge me like $1 million, literally like astronomical prices if you're even like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. Like usually they just charge you a hell of a lot before even getting to those other actions. But none of those actions ever lead up to it resulting in the child being left. I've never, ever heard of that. Therefore, I'm not understanding again how we got there. And again, she is my hat is goes off to her because I would not have been able to contain myself more. And I don't even have kids, and I just already know that I wouldn't have been able to even hold it together enough to not just do anything completely just reckless. As soon as I saw my child's head peeking up there, and I'm out here, and they in there, and the door's locked, like in the dark, like oh my God, she gonna be afraid of the dark. Like it's just gonna be too much.
Listen, the last comment that I have on that, they need to go ahead, take their license. Their name needs to be on some type of national registry. If it don't have one, it needs to start one.
Yeah,
From the owner down to all of the workers. I don't care
even
if
if
you
it
work
wasn't
the
my kid,
62 shift.
I would just disenroll. I wonder if anyone else has like disenrolled their kids because I would have like.
I don't know.
They
I'm gonna
don't
look
have
them up and
what?
see. I'm gonna look it up and see if they still open. But I feel like everybody, even if you work on a 6 to 2 shift, you might have not even been there. If it's not a national registry, it needs to be one. And don't none of them need to work in childcare ever again. I don't give a damn. They need to go. Like they shouldn't be able to work around childcare anymore. The owner probably wasn't even there at the time, but she shouldn't. He or she, whoever owns it, they should not be allowed to get near another nursery. And that's all I gotta say on that because this done made my nerves bad. All right, y'all. So y'all know we have to get into a little thing we like to call TV Teens, okay? And y'all know the TV Teens is our much watched shows of the week. So, of course, you guys know we have to start off with what? What we starting off with? Our girl, okay, which is Jocelyn's Cabaret over there on the Zeus Network. Okay, welcome to Vegas, baby. Why don't you come and pay me dust? Because I didn't need this old filler ass episode. It wasn't hitting on nothing. I'm tired of looking at titties.
I mean, I don't even care about that anymore as much. Like, yes, this episode was horrible. It's like the antics. At least last season, I know you didn't watch it, but at least last season it was like antics filled with dancing. Like the storyline was progressing. This is just like, what do we do? Like talking about, oh, they stressed out. I'm gonna throw them a pool party. Like stressed out from what? We haven't even seen them do nothing productively stressful other than fight. So why are they getting like rewarded with a party for breaking a sweat over doing dumb stuff? Like I could see you rewarding them with a party because you had the opening night. It was great. It was success. They danced their asses off. Like, but why are we having a pool party and we haven't even seen them shake a leg, but for like 30 seconds, whatever. Anyway,
let me just say this, though. And you probably gonna think I'm crazy. At least we got to see some dancing because they were damn sure shaking their ass in the pool.
That wasn't choreography. That wasn't.
I mean, but it was some type of dancing at least.
That was leisure. Why? I'm trying to go down to the strippy. I'm trying to go to the club And that's where we should be. Like, why are we here? And I'm not even surprised though, because I was like, damn, that's really, the house and the inside, I feel like didn't look as nice as like last season or whatever. Like, even though I didn't like the decor, just overall. But the backyard, the whole time, I was like, oh, this pool is very nice. I should have known. It was only a matter of time before they was going to go out there and get naked and do what I saw. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just
listen.
over it.
Here's my take on it, and I'm gonna be real quick, and I'm gonna keep it real, not cute. All right, listen, I'm tired of seeing titties. I know we here for the cabaret and people getting naked in the cabaret. I'm tired of seeing titties. I done seen stiff titties, starch titties, saggy titties, sitting up perky titties. I will say, I was glad when they showed Lexi Blow shaking and you can see the dimples in her thighs, because I'm like, about time we see somebody with some real thigh and booty meat, and it ain't this botch fix to flat booties that these people going out here buying. Okay,
I don't think any. Keep going.
We saw some what I believe is natural bodies, right? Because you know
from here down, I don't think anyone has a fake butt this season.
Yeah,
this season.
So, right. So let me say, I can appreciate that, and that's about all I can appreciate. Amber doing the cooking. Listen, the food looked good. The people say the food was good. Me personally, I don't know if the food was really that good, or it was a combination of they was drunk and they was high. And you know, when you drunk and you high, everything tastes good because you hungry. Or it could have been a combination of both. Don't want to take nothing away from her food, but I wouldn't have ate it because I don't like her, and I've been taught you don't eat from people that you don't like.
It's not even about liking. I just don't eat everybody. I just don't.
I don't eat everybody cooking, but especially if I don't like you.
Oh yeah, that adds.
I don't want your food.
Even if I
don't like her. I don't like her. Her mouth is too much for me. Now I will say,
you pissed me off.
All that barking she doing when the barking first started with Black Diamond and them, which is about the last 5 minutes of the episode.
Why whatever. I don't know why I think hands weren't flying.
Listen, let me tell you. Black Diamond and them did all that. They let me know that they some pussies, okay? They some straight up pussies, because y'all went and did that running and jumping. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, your elbow is bruised. It ain't broke. She would have ran up in my face, me, baby, out of Street Fighter Chung-Li her ass. That leg would have been wop, 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 okay? Because she wouldn't have got up in my face like that. And Amber, all of that wolf ticketing you doing, when Black Diamond started hollering, nigga, she should have got a punch in the motherfucking mouth. Period. Baby, hold up.
Why is everyone by?
Bob, why? You lucky I don't have no pen over here. You lucky I don't have no pen over here. Somebody bring me a pen. Bring me a pen, a straw, something. Okay. Did you all that nigga? I don't give a ladies. Hear me well. I don't give a damn how much black peen you suck, take into whatever orifices you have on your body. It does not give you a right. I don't care if you got little mixed children. You still don't have a damn right to sit up here and holler nigga. I don't care if you grew up in the hood. I don't care if somebody told you invited to the cookout and just don't bring no potato salad with no raisins in it. Don't let it come out your mouth. How Tammy said it? Baby, I'd have had to hit one of them moments. That's all I got on Jocelyn and her little raggedy cabaret. Hopefully they do something else next week.
That pissed me off so bad. Like, so I was so confused. Like, why am I more mad I'm not even on the show? Like, why are we bypassing that? I don't care if this person said I couldn't dance. And I still don't even have the story straight. I don't know who said what. I don't know. Amber, I don't even understand. And she's talking about she don't like Raven because she's fake and whack and they broke and whatever. I'm like, you shouldn't like her now either, because she was talking all this stuff. Like, I'm just not understanding. Everyone just overlooked that one. 2, I really hope somehow Jocelyn's wires got crossed and she really didn't hear this girl say that she hasn't gotten her mouth looked at from an orthodontist for 4 years. I was like, I have met like some people that like haven't gone to orthodontist in a while, and I was like, but 4 years, I never heard that. So I hope that's just really not the case. But second, I don't know. Everyone's vibe this episode was like a little, I don't know if they told him like, y'all need to chill out this episode or whatever, or like, I don't know. Everyone was kind of like different this episode, I felt like. And yeah, don't like Kid Capri, don't like Amber, there's about like 99% of them I just don't really like at this point. And I don't know, we'll see, because as you see in the last 5 seconds, Wet came back, and we'll see what happens with that. But this episode was meh. I'm over it.
Clearly. Now, of course, we have to move on to the show that I love. I hate that the season finale is next week. It seemed like it was so short.
There's a couple finales. There's a couple finales next week.
Girl, that's gonna take away Tuesday and Friday. But there's always something else coming out that we're gonna be watching. Okay, and that's Ladies Who List. You go ahead first. You go with your point first, because I got some stuff to say.
I'm trying to remember. Okay, so I was over the whole like ranch thing and whatever. I was like, I still understand why we're here. Sorry, my husband making faces. I don't understand why we're here still, but again, I get Kiana's point. I can read. I can see. We obviously, as an audience, know what she's going through. I knew what all that was about, so I just wanted her to say that. And I get not wanting to be vulnerable with the enemy, because that's what Robin's just everyone's enemy. But Tiana, she was trying to like, what is it? Like, what's going on? I'm still slightly confused as to like, what is the big deal? I don't like how Kiana talked to, she quick snapped like Tiffany real quick. I was like, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. You'd have been in there with the horses, but whatever. Yeah, Crystal, nope, still, she pissed me off. Talk about a deflection. Like, that was the deflection of probably the best deflection of the year so far. Goes to Crystal Kimbrough. And yeah, it was I'm upset that it's going off next week too as well. But I think Kiana is just dead set on like being as non-agreeable with Robin as possible, or like anyone she doesn't like or whatever. I just think she just wants to be like as least agreeable as she can.
Okay. So here's what I got. This episode for me also was like another filler episode. It gave me better filler. It gave me better filler than
because I'm interested in real estate, so it was cool.
Than Jocelyn. I'm not gonna act like I'm all that interested in real estate. I will say I like seeing them. I like seeing them doing what they do, right? I love seeing them do what they do. I'm sorry, 1 second, you guys. I love seeing them do what they do, right? So before I get started on my rants, right, let me point out what I liked. I liked Kiana going to that developer and working with a Black developer and her, being a Black brokerage. I loved that.
I loved all of those business relationships we saw.
Right. I loved Crystal doing what she was doing and talking to those developers and building up the community and whatever her and her father want to partner on, right? I loved that. I had no problem with that. I loved that. I loved seeing Kira, especially with that family and that guy that had got shot 11 times. I love that. I love seeing them do their thing and being successful. Okay. So I am very happy for that. Now, as far as that ranch, Kiana's so busy wanting to be right and feel like other people are dimming her light, or well, not dimming her light, but afraid of her light. And she's that girl. She didn't even understand that Tiana and
Was
Tiffany
trying
were
to
taking her back and had her side, okay? And now she wants to be on this campaign on social media talking about editing. And don't get me wrong, they shoot and put clips out of order to, you know, something might have happened here, right? And then I went to do this here, which explains, because what I did here was the fertility treatment, even though we saw it prior to this episode, actually happened after this episode.
Yeah.
I understand that part in editing. However, if you don't act a ass, they can't edit you acting a ass in the goddamn scene. You act the ass, okay? And I was very much here for Tiana when she said, you know what? You just not my type of girl. You just not my type of girl. That's the attitude I wanted Tiffany to have when she was goddamn talking to Crystal. Ultimate gaslighting ass, okay? I don't like Crystal. I don't see it for her.
All of the above.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Crystal, you want to get on here. You want to get into interviews and talking about how you're going to therapy and this and the other. Honey, unless you're honest with yourself and your therapist, the therapist can't fix you. It can't help you fix you. The therapy ain't going to work. You need to be honest with yourself and honest with your therapist. That's number one. Number two, you want to sit up there in that conversation with Tiffany, knowing, one, let me tell you, Tiffany already had one strike with you when you called and tried to take a business when she was having a, okay?
Now you got
Strike two was when she saw you do what you did with your so-called best friend. If that's how you move with your best friend, bitch, I don't want to be your friend.
We're like 4 then with her.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't count that one. Yeah, that's like 4.
You didn't count that one. Strike 3, you tried to steal Kira from her.
Yeah. And now you're pulling all this weird, like, you don't know why.
And now you're doing all of this.
You don't have to be friends with everybody.
Ultimate gaslighter. Here's the thing. Y'all never really had a conversation. Y'all really never had a problem. That, like Tiffany said, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. She's not in my world. We just don't vibe. Because I don't vibe with you does not translate to I have an issue with you. I just don't vibe with you. That's number one. So while you walking around talking about she wants to act like it's a problem and she's gaslighting me, no, she's not gaslighting you. She don't have a problem. You are the one with the problem and the beef. It's all on you and in your mind because she clearly don't give a fuck. Okay, if I just don't vibe with you, it don't mean I have a beef with you. It's something in you that I can't really rock with that rubbed me the wrong way. So I'm gonna keep my distance from you. I'm gonna keep it cute and keep it mute. Give you a hey, how you doing when we're around each other, and that's really it. You know what I'm saying? But then, Crystal, you want to holler about black girl magic and we should be supporting and building up each other, but you wasn't hollering, you wasn't worried about black girl magic when you was trying to steal that lady customer. Then you took your ass around there on Kempire and talk about, well, they do this with multiple real estate agents because sometimes you have to go with this agent because this is who their mortgage company lends, uses or whatever. Now, while that all may be true, we know why you was doing what you was doing because you thought that she was going to get Robin and you don't like her. You don't like that she reached out to Robin. You don't like that she comforted Robin and they related and people don't see Robin as difficult. Like even on the preview for the next episode, I don't know what happened between the episode we saw where they quote unquote made up and the next was going to be the season finale, but you're running around telling somebody she's a difficult friend. But that's supposed to be your best friend. Ultimate gaslighter. And Crystal can truly kiss my ass after she got on Instagram and tried to make it like what this is colorism, as if they're doing this because of colorism. No, ma'am. Like she literally put colorism and what the definition was and was saying that they didn't like her because they are colorists. Crystal Kimbrough, hear me clearly. They don't like you because you a bitch. You said that confessional and you tried to say, oh, people say I'm a bitch, but I'm not a bitch. I'm just a Kimbrough. Listen, I'm a Jasper. Okay? I'm a Jasper. My grandmother told me a long time ago, you a Jasper, you don't kiss ass and you don't lick ass. I can say what I mean what I say, and stand in that shit without being up. And then there's times that I'm just going to be a bitch. You're a bitch. That's why they don't like you. I'm not saying colorism does not exist. I've experienced it as a darker skinned Black woman. I have experienced it. But this right here ain't colorism. And that's when I knew for sure you the ultimate gaslighter. You the ultimate bullshitter. And for me, you kiss my ass. I ain't gonna never like you unless season 2 you come back on some type of redemption. Sure. Fuck you, Crystal. And that's all I got to say about her.
I forgot. Yeah. The multiple strikes. Like, why would I want to like you? First of all, like, just because we're not friends doesn't mean we have to be enemies. Like, just because someone's not my friend doesn't mean they're my enemy all the time, you know? And this, but you know, if Tiffany did want to be thinking that you guys were enemies, I would be fine with that too. Because you, like we said, you're up to like 4 strikes right now with someone who you claim any other moment, it's, yeah, I don't really know her. Like, we don't really know. Like, we don't, you know. But then in the same breath, it's, yeah, I don't really know her. But then I have all these issues. So it's like, do you know her or do you not? Like, you clearly thought you knew her enough to try to take her business from up under her. So it's like, whatever. And I didn't see the whole colorism thing, but that pisses me off even more, of course, because like the seriousness behind that right now and on TV and in society and stuff like that, like for you to, you know, try to use that, you know, as a stepping stone to keep spewing your real bullshit is going to piss me off. Like, don't do that, because there's really people who are out here experiencing colorism. And this, like you said, is not that. It's literally, we've seen the cause and effect of everything that you've said and done. Like, we've seen you do whatever you've done and then the outcome of that. And there's no colorism laced up in that. It's literally you just, I don't know what's wrong. What's wrong with her?
If that wasn't colorism, that wasn't colorism, that was clocking, okay? Tiffany clocked you and your slip showed and she clocked it. She clocked it when she said, we've been around each other several times and you've never tried to be my friend. You've never wanted to have a conversation with me. Now, all of a sudden that I'm getting close with Robin, you want to be close with me. That's why when she brought it up about Kira, she said, this was me trying and this was me not trying, because she don't want to face her shit. A gaslighter, and she got the hell up and ran over there and did whatever she did. Fuck Crystal.
Like you literally got up and walked. Like, I was so like, she's actively walking, whatever. I will say, everyone, like, the looks in this episode, I loved them, except for the
girl, listen, let me tell you, I love the looks, but can I just say, Kiana gave me, she watched Portia Family Matters and said she was.
I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be so extra. You know, the day that I do get on one of these shows, because it's gonna happen. I'm speaking into existence. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be extra in my confessionals, but every week
I tweet Miss Janine, okay, Miss Janine, who created Kings of Napa, and she be retweeting my tweets, and I'm like, stop retweeting my tweets.
I retweeted them a couple weeks ago. She, I don't know if she did, but the writers.
Well, yeah, whoever runs her account. And I keep telling her, put me on in there season 2. Okay, listen, I'm gonna speak it. Okay, I'm gonna speak it. But I loved it.
Now, like, are you trying to offer me a job? Because you know I'm gonna say yes. Like, right. And I could definitely wear some Ivy Park, like, because we'll get into that anyway.
But she was definitely giving me Dennis Mama. She was definitely giving me. She watched Portia Family Matters and said, "Oh, for my birthday party, give me a Mama Gina headpiece."
I was like, okay, interesting. But I just, I loved all the, even though it was like, you know, fluff, whatever, the parts that people don't want to see, just the business and the real estate. I thought
they were all beautiful. I did think
thought that was amazing. And I really liked
Tiffany for Met Gala could have looked a little bit. She could have gave a little bit more. For me,
I'm assuming we just didn't see it all, but I don't know. I do like.
No, I'm talking about her wardrobe. If it was Met Gala themed, I felt like Tiffany could have been given a little bit more with her
Yeah, I think
outfit,
she's
but
just
I
like a
do feel
simple
like her
girl.
outfit fit her personality. She doesn't
Yeah, I'm
seem
saying I
like
think she's just a simple girl, the straight hair, the middle part,
right,
the she just
right. But
be she be
I
busy
don't know,
like
girl.
about other
Cause for me, baby, if it's Met Gala, I'd have had me a nice mermaid showing off the curves, baby, with a little feathers here, a little sparkly hair, baby. You would have thought it was my birthday party, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I like the theme. I like that she wanted to do something, get up, dress up, be fancy. I will give Kiana that. She brings the looks.
Yes.
She brings the looks, and I
She's
like
so
that because
beautiful.
we don't
Everybody
always
is
have to be
beautiful.
right.
They're
We
all
don't
beautiful.
always
It
have
just
to be
sucks
naked.
that, beautiful people like sometimes have shitty attitudes and just are just shitty on the inside. Like, why are you being like stop being like this? It's like I don't know, like a child or a pet or something, like, and you just want them to act like come on, we're going in here, like act right or whatever, and they just won't act right, and you're like, come on, just act right. Like, she just won't act right. Like, I don't know, like, I just want to shake her.
They are both beautiful women. They're both intelligent women. I mean, they are like like. Listen, Kiana is pretty. She's very pretty. She's beautiful. But to me, Crystal is gorgeous. Okay, she's gorgeous. When you see, for me, you know what I'm saying. She's a gorgeous, full bosom, full figured woman. To me, she's gorgeous. But the personality is what make me like. I can't. Kiana is gorgeous. She serves looks, but why Crystal is gorgeous is because when you see her in the scene versus you see her in her different confessional looks, it's like she can transform. Like Kiana serves looks and it's always looks, but for me it's kind of the same look, beat face, boobs up in the air,
Crystal cleavage. Be having a ponytail. She'd be having the natural hair. She'd be having the bangs. She'd be having the this.
It's the versatility. It's the versatility. I've seen in some outfits that's questionable, but the hairstyles, the versatility with the hairstyles, and that's why for me, because she can do so many looks.
She is beautiful.
Well, I just think, I think she's gorgeous. I think she's very smart. I think she's very intelligent in what she do. And I'm happy for her success in her business. But she needs to get that attitude together. Because baby, I ain't got nothing.
You don't have to. No one
I ain't got nothing else to give them.
You don't have to be friends with everybody. God, you don't want to be friends with her. Like, I'm so Tiffany and a lot of these moments. I was just like that. And I'm not even really mad with Kira anymore because I really like seeing her in her element and working and stuff like that. And she's gonna get her house situation back together. Like, I did feel bad again because I was watching Kira on her YouTube. I seen that whole fire. I seen that when that happened like last year, and I felt really bad. And she'll get it back together. Like, she's not even on my bad meter anymore.
No, she's grown on me. She after her and Robin had the conversation.
Crystal's all the way over there.
Right.
She's in the corner.
Yeah, after her and Robin had the conversation and seeing her doing what she's doing, she's off of my shit list.
Yeah, she's fine.
And I am happy for her, and I'm glad that she gives the parties and do the things that she do for her clients to show that she
I really
appreciates them and appreciate their business.
I really like that.
Kira has definitely grown on me since episode 1.
That definitely matters. People remember stuff like I just know like with me and my realtor and stuff like that, like people really like remember stuff like that. So I like that they do that type of stuff. But anyway, I think that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got for them. Now we got to move on to the
there's going to be a reunion, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, there is. Okay, we'll see.
I believe so. So now we're moving on to the show. Now this is another one, baby. I tweeted them like, I know you lying to me. Season finale next week. Baby, stop playing with me. Y'all better be in the videos right now.
I'm going to be so pissed off. Like, you better answer every single question. If I have to be a cliffhanger for like the next 6 months, 8 months or whatever, Carlos, do not leave me hanging, sir.
Listen, they better be taping right now. and bring me something like 2-3 weeks and still be working on the season, okay?
This
Unless they
is
plan
like
on writing me in the script, then I give them the April. I give them the June because I gotta wait for my children to get out of school.
This needs to be like the Oval where they just go on a high. If they're not gonna answer every question, it needs to be like a 2-week hiatus or whatever, or a mid-season hiatus, and then they come back in like 2 weeks or something. Like, because I don't have time to be no cliffhangers. I need to know who the extortionist is. I need to Rose. She's come back, so we're cool. Whatever. I need to know if Kelvin is getting divorced or whatever is up with that. Who is this man? Who is this old white man that Bridget keeps meeting up with?
Girl, because I sure want to know who Colonel Sanders' grandson Bridget was meeting with.
Where did that money come from? Melanie needs to be better. Like,
right. I tweeted a Mel like, baby, you done rested enough. Get your ass up and come help Bridget. I need to know, why is Kelvin the only attorney?
Because they were, remember, like, no one was really trying to mess. This rumor about Bridget is spreading like wildfire all through Napa, so no one wants to work with her. I had to watch it twice to pick up on that.
I don't know. I need to know the extortionist. I need Bridget to get her name cleared, and then I need her to go ahead on and take Dana's wife and burn the grapes.
I'm glad to see Mr. Otis back. I want to see his wine launched. I want to I want to see that reporter never again. She's a hater. She's go like all over there. I need this girl. I need Christian to break up with this girl because I don't trust her.
I said she's giving me gold digging vibes. I said that I do not trust her. I need to see Aunt Yvette and her boo. Baby, if that ain't some old people hot shit right there, I like it. I am here for Aunt Yvette. Aunt Yvette is me. Aunt Yvette said,
she actually didn't. This is like the first episode. She didn't really piss me off too much. Well, she didn't piss me off in the same way she usually pisses me off. Like, she didn't actually piss me off. She just was. I feel like she was doing a lot with certain things, but she was actually okay.
She was doing a lot talking about trying to make it like them people dropped her because they black and Sean they picked up Sean and Sean because they white. I was like, no, that's not what this is. Like,
I was so confused how we started talking about that. I was like,
that's not what this is. This is your nephew. Like, if y'all want to blame anybody for losing the distribution deal, y'all need to blame Dana.
To an outside person, it does look like Bridget did it. Like, if they weren't seeing all the sides like how we are in the audience, they just a neighbor in Napa and they see, on the headlines, girl found all this stuff. Like, it looks like she did it. So I don't really think
they didn't find the money.
Thing. No one's going to take on a case to defend somebody. That's how law works. You're not going to take on some case to defend somebody.
They can't win.
Yes, like what? Like, it don't even matter about if I morally, ethically believe that you're, not guilty. It don't matter unless they think it matters. Like, I'm not going to take on something I know I'm going to lose. That's going to kill my reputation as an attorney. Anyway.
Right. I was glad she decided to fight. I was glad to see Aunt Vanessa say, hey, she needs representation. That threw me for a loop because Aunt Vanessa had been, don't come around my house, get off my grounds, forget this address.
Is her name Vanessa or Veronica this week? Because who is this woman? What happened to the real Vanessa King? Like, she was like a whole different person this week. I was like, crying over her sister, telling them to leave Bridget alone. Like, what? I was like, who is this lady?
I mean, I feel like, well, first of all, I feel like she should have been mad with Bridget in the beginning because I felt like she was punishing for her for what her sister did.
I understand why, but I was just like, but I felt like
I felt like in that moment, you know how it is, like, that's my family and we can be having problems. But nobody else better not mess with them. I totally
agree.
That's kind of what I felt like. And she probably want Mel to get up. She don't want the African bugs to kill her. She want to kill her herself.
Probably.
And she can't make her life miserable. But we too new into this to me for Aunt Mel to die. We too new into this.
We can't
kill her off yet. We done lost Reggie, and we we can't. Aunt Mel can't die because she to keep all the secrets.
That, and I was really confused how she just probably more stuff. She seems to have all the answers to everything all the time. So we might need to know some more answers.
Because she will love her, the secretary and the confidant.
The second mother, the everything.
And they need to do something about Dana.
I didn't understand.
Dana's a bit of Betty. They need to do something about him.
Why? What's it called? Like August, this whole time, I'm like, August, why do you care how she found out that's her dad? I get why you want to know, but that's like not on the forefront right now. That's not going to help figure out if she really is extortionist. Is it going to help with the dessert? Like, none of this is going to help with any of that. So why is that at the forefront of your mind constantly? And that does make me feel
August is mad. August is mad that she is not the only daughter anymore.
Yeah, it gives me that they used to be in like secret competition or like,
it gives me that while Bridget really loved her cousin, because of how she was with the grapes and tended to things, whereas she wasn't treated like the king's children and spoiled.
August loves her as a cousin. She doesn't love her as a cousin.
Right, no, but I'm not even saying, I don't think she loved her as a cousin. I think she might have liked her, but I think she might have liked her, but I don't think their relationship was the same coming from both of each other. You know how you can like somebody, you can maybe even love them, but it's something, not you, but we've seen people like this. It's something about them that makes them jealous of you, makes you jealous of them. Right? You've seen people like that. Like, one person may really be genuinely happy for you, genuinely go up for you. Meanwhile, even though they are considered the person to have more, something about you they don't like because it's something that they have.
She has an intangible. Yvette said it. She was like, "You remind me of Reggie the most out of all his kids." So some type of qualities that Reggie had, that how August is always like, what would dad do? I wish I knew, how she'd be having so much trouble with stuff or whatever. Bridget probably has those qualities, and she wishes that she had those qualities. So then it causes, rivalry.
It gives me, and here's how I came to the conclusion that I came to, right? When we heard about the secret Saturday meetings that her and the dad had, right? Of course, he probably was doing that because that's his daughter. It seems like she didn't get that one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get that. And clearly she didn't get that because she was amazed, like, what? Y'all had secret meetups? You know what I'm saying? So clearly she didn't get that one-on-one daddy-daughter time like that. But when you think about all the times you've seen even Aunt Vanessa talk to her kids about different situations, and then the way when she was talking about Bridget, and not just in this episode, when she talked about how Bridget loves the soil, she loves the grapes, she's in her element. It's kind of like the parents had an admiration for Bridget that they did not have with and for their own kids. And that could have been seen, and it made August feel some type of way. Whereas Bridget on the outside, she genuinely loved her cousins, loved her family, really looked at August and had that cousin-sister relationship. However, it was genuine because August was the one to consider to be having no more, and Bridget just loved her. She didn't have anything about her, and August liked her, but it was something that her parents saw in Bridget that they didn't see and say in August that made August feel a type of way, because she's always trying to prove herself, not just to Dana. If you look at, her and Dana's beef is at the forefront, but when you look at how she's, Mom, I really need this to work, and Mom, I want Daddy to be proud, and Mom, I want you to be proud type attitude, it doesn't give me she ever got that they were proud of her. Whereas with Bridget, she was just herself and free, and it was something about her that they endeared that they did not endear with their own children. That's how I come to that conclusion.
I'm not saying Bridget doesn't work hard or nothing like that, but I think that the skills and qualities that make her successful just come so much natural. Then August has to like, do all these things and like prove, and like you said, like just do more. It doesn't, she's not saying she's not smart or nothing like that, but like
it's effortless.
she can,
It's
Bridget,
effortless.
yeah,
It's
Bridget
effortless
can
for Bridget. And
harvest
August
those
has to
grapes
put it
in her
work.
sleep, and August like has to like get this, like she has to like try harder to make not even just to make sure, but just to have a standing chance at possibly doing something big and stuff like that, whereas like Bridget just probably could just touch the grapes with her fingertips, and it's just like, oh man, she's so great at what she does, and she's just an effortless creator, whereas with August she really has to like
It takes work.
it takes work, yeah. But it was a
So
good episode.
I'm ready to see episode 2. I mean, well, not episode 2, but the season finale. Now, of course, for our last and final show of the week, that's all I could do. You want to start or shall I?
You can go.
All right. So y'all, it's about to be all out of order. So I don't personally review Salt Lake City on my channel. By the way, you guys make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share. I was watching it. I stopped watching it after everything came out about Jenny, but we had said that we would do this for the panel and do the review, right? For the panel.
For this final episode, and then we're gonna do the reunion.
The review and yeah. After that, Salt Lake City can kiss my ass, and it definitely can kiss my ass if there's any more seasons. Let me preface this by saying I'm not gonna say that Mary don't say no outlandish stuff, but I don't feel she says no more. I don't feel like she says no more outlandish stuff than any of the rest of them. Okay.
Dancer doesn't do physically inflict any more than anybody else does. So
Heather, I need you to know when you're at a memorial, you're supposed to talk about the person who died, not yourself. You go to shit. Jen, $8,000, $9,000, $7,000, $10,000 on a movie when your husband a coach of a football team or basketball team, whatever the hell coach shy around there coaching. Y'all better get them players to come move some boxes. Meredith, your little photo shoot was cute. I ain't buying none of the stuff, but it was cute. Mary, I need a story about you on your own to find out why you married to your step grandpa. That just don't sit right with me. But Mary, I ain't gonna say nothing too much about you. I'm not gonna let you have it too much because I see, okay, everybody who mess with you get into some shit. Lisa, you a lying sack of shit. You and Jenny were friends for a reason, and the reason is you're just like her. You're just closeted and you haven't been exposed yet. And I say that because this last scene showed that Whitney don't nobody want to see you and your husband have the nasty time. Don't nobody want to see that. I was disgusted. I felt like I was on Potomac with Ashley and her pervert husband. Okay, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, Whitney. I don't want to see it. That was nasty. Bravo. We don't want it. Jenny.
Yeah.
And you can sit and you can spin. You can sit and you can spin. Mary wasn't talking to you. She wasn't worried about you. She paid you motherfucking dust. She was in a conversation with Whitney. And for you to sit up there and say, Mary's not going to speak to me, that shows me how racist you truly are. Because the same way Mary didn't speak to you, you didn't speak to her. She done already said that she don't like you. You have said you don't like her. Okay, we can be in the same building and not have to speak to each other. But you needed Mary because you feel like she's lesser than because she's a black woman to acknowledge you and speak to you. Why you couldn't speak to her? Then you was looking for a moment that landed flat. Okay, it landed flat as fuck because Mary wasn't paying you no attention. Mary got up and walked off. Heather, you closeted too. You exposed yourself too because you was bucking old Jenny up, okay? You was bucking Jenny up to go follow behind Mary and do the bullshit, okay? This was not a side tied set up, okay? This was some straight up racist bull crap, okay? Mary was then walking away again, and you threw the glass at her. Now listen, Mary, I don't think Mary is Jesus. I don't think Mary is God, okay? I definitely not do that. But let me tell you, she definitely had the divine Trinity working with her, because in that moment I was like, Mary, you a pastor. She approached the altar, lay hands and bless her life. That's how I was feeling. I'm not lying. That is how I felt, okay? But I'm glad she walked away and she didn't give them what they wanted her to give. Now here's what I don't like, right? I don't like when she went back, it was like she was rewarded and comforted for assaulting this lady, because that's an assault. Lisa straight up said, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Lisa, this your event that you trying to promote your liquor. And you straight up said, oh, girl, I'm not worried about it. So that lets me know all of y'all are the same. Lisa, you felt comfortable sitting at her table with that blacker mustache. So all y'all are the same to me. That's why y'all can be friends and be so damn close. Now, Jenny took her ass down to the internet after this episode and was saying enough was enough. And she didn't throw the glass at Mary. She threw it at the ground. Girl, stop lying. Talking about Mary was being racist towards her with the Asian eyes treatment, about doing this. Girl, so now people talking about Mary hate Asians. Listen.
So then why are you so pressed
about yellow skin? Let me let y'all know something, okay? In the Black culture, we discuss skin color. We say you light skin, she red, she a yellow bone. She chocolatey, she caramel. That's how we describe skin tone. That's what we do. I guess y'all don't understand that because y'all don't come in different shades. Y'all come in one shade. We come in different. That was not being racist. My nanny, let me say godmother, because I don't want people to think I had no nanny. My godmother, but in New Orleans, we say nanny, okay? My mom and them call her red. Why? Because
that's my
lighter. Because she's a lighter skinned woman. When she said about the almond eyes, she liked your eye shape. Listen, let's not act like that. I have cousin who eyes shaped like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, girl, we like your eyes. Now I even tell her, I ain't gonna even say that on here because baby, she black, but I don't need nobody trying to cancel me, and we just getting started. I'm not gonna say what I tell her, but I love her eye shape. It's just a beautiful eye shape. You are putting 20 on pump 2 and you only got 50 cents worth of gas. Shut your ass up, Jenny. Shut up. And then for Andy, listen, bravo. Y'all fired Jenny true enough, but then y'all let these 2 white women come sit up on Watch What Happens Live, okay, and said they agreed with the glass being shown at her. One was the lady from Jackass, and I see why the hell she's on Jackass, because she's a jackass, and said it needed to happen. The fuck? And then she tried to come back and double down. Well, not double down. Well, she did double down, because she said, well, even if Mary had threw the glass, she tried to make what she said okay. If Mary had threw the glass, she would have still loved it. It's good for the drama. Let me tell you something. A racist person throwing something at a black person, okay, is never okay. Not for no type of drama. But I'm glad you like the racist treatment. I'm glad you think that racist treatment is good for the drama. And Andy said nothing, okay? When Candace and them was fighting and all of this other stuff, we got an old big old Bravo does not condone violence. What was that? He sat his ass there and chuckled. And everybody, including me, thought Nene Leakes was losing her marbles when she said, and then they don't see it for the black girls. We get treated differently. Everybody was like, oh, Nene ain't getting her way. They ain't getting money. Nene Leakes, I owe you an apology, because it seemed like everything you were saying about how they feel about the black girls is true. And that's the last thing I'm going to say about Salt Lake City. They can say what they want about Mary. She running a cult. But let me tell you something. God is definitely on her side, and she told not one lie when she said when people mess with her, she don't have to do nothing because God get them, okay? Jen messed with Mary. They was coming to get her anyway, but the Lord might have sped up the process, okay? Jenny messed with Mary, and now you done been exposed for being Whitney messed with Mary. Now your husband have been exposed for running a goddamn pyramid scheme. Yeah, baby. If I was around there, I'd be trying to go to Mary Church and putting something in the collection like, look, can you tell the Lord leave me alone? I ain't gonna fuck with you no more. Everybody who done came for, look what happened to him. I'm just saying. That's all I got for Salt Lake. Because I'm not about to give these racists too much more of my time. Sit and spin all y'all, including Andy. I want to see Aunt Bertha, but I need to see black women treated better on Bravo. Or else I'm going to have to find, I know somebody going to stream it and bootleg it somewhere, goddamn. I'm going to have to be trying to watch it then. I don't know.
Heather, I don't give a fuck about.
Heather built like a deep freezer.
Leaving the Mormon church. I just don't care anymore. I never really cared, but I just really just don't care right now. Like I just don't like at all. Jen, I don't know. Like, why do you even still have? What is she? She's going from 10,000 square feet to 4,000. You shouldn't even still have. You should only have about like maybe like 2,800, like 2,500 square feet worth of stuff still. Like, because at this point you need money so bad, you should have sold. You shouldn't even need to move that much stuff. Is what I'm trying to say. And like you said, yeah, get those ball players, those football players, all this family that you say you support. Why don't you ask them to come support you once, and they can all grab a box, and take it over to the new house. Like, it could be a family moving event since you take care of them so much, right? Okay, cool. Meredith, yeah, it was a nice photo shoot. I mean, I like the jewel tone suits and everything. That was real nice. And I mean, I get the whole, when's your men's collection coming out? What do you mean? It's for everybody or whatever. I get that. That's cool. Maybe they just mean like a different style, maybe. I don't know, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna just leave that alone. Mary, and was it her and her son we got or whatever? I mean, I wish you nothing but the best. Like, I'm not a huge Mary fan. That's the thing. And I think that's what everyone was saying was like, we're not even huge Mary fans, but just for the simple fact that just how she was targeted, especially this season, it just made us, kind of come to her defense or whatever. So it's bad when people that didn't even see it for her last season, whatever, don't even be seeing it for her half the time, are coming to her defense right now, because it's like, bro, what? Am I the only one seeing this? And that's where we're at with that. Lisa, I mean, the party was the party, I guess, whatever, but screw you, because you're talking about, you clearly don't care about your brand. And I haven't heard, I don't drink like that, so I don't know. But like, where do they even sell your liquor at anyway? Because no one ever sees it in the stores. So like, okay, you should probably be focused on.
People was on Twitter asking her where she could get it from, and I heard it tastes like water.
Like, as in a bad thing?
Yeah, like people were saying it tastes like water. It ain't that good. That's what some people were saying on the Twitter. I don't know. Like, I know I can't tell you if they if they have it here in Texas, because I ain't looking for it. I'll be damned if she getting out one part of my dollars.
I know that's like a bad thing, but like, I don't mind if I wouldn't mind if liquor tastes like water, because that's why I don't really drink, because I don't like nothing. But anyway, yeah, like, it's okay. Like, you're like, no, it's not okay that she threw glasses and almost caused a whole like commotion at your event or whatever, but it's fine. Like, you could just see past that, right? Okay, cool. I see you, Lisa Barlow. I see you. Whitney, literally, I'm still trying to like, what is it? Like, you just like kind of like vomit a little bit in your mouth. Like, that's kind of what happened to me when I saw, like, I just didn't understand why I was seeing this on my TV. I don't understand what the artwork was even supposed to be or was. It was weird. I didn't ask for this. Like, take it back. I did not want it. It was unwanted. It was unwarranted. I feel targeted. Like, don't do that to me anymore. And Jenny, like you better stay out my sights. Like, I don't ever want to see you on my screen again. Like, I really don't. I'm not gonna say like how do I feel about the slanted eyes comic? I'm just like kind of over it. And even if it was, racist or you didn't like it or whatever, like I don't at this point it's fuck your feelings. Like I honestly don't even care how that made you feel, because what you've said and done since that, like I just don't care how you like. Even if that did make you feel bad or whatever, even if that wasn't how Mary meant it or whatever, normal circumstances, I would be like, oh, like even if that's not how you meant it, like you should still respect that person's feelings, and okay, you can still say whatever, take ownership for your words, blah blah. But I don't even care, Mary. Don't take ownership for anything. We don't care. Like, you said what you said. She received it how she received it. We do not care about your feelings. Your feelings don't matter anymore, because you have continuously proven yourself to be someone who is well, not even a closet racist anymore, because you're exposed. And so, because she's not going to be, because of the recent events and all that. Was that why they didn't show how they do at the end? Is that why they
Yeah,
didn't
she
show
didn't.
anything for her?
I think so.
I
Yeah,
rewound it
that's
like
why.
3 times.
Yeah, that's
Huh?
why she didn't get one. She didn't deserve none. We all know where she at right
No,
now,
I know,
current
I
state.
know. I'm just like
But
making sure.
I believe they didn't come out and say that's why. But I felt like, bravo, y'all never made a
What is there
statement,
to
so
say
this
now?
was the
She will
perfect
no longer
time
be
to make a damn statement.
There's literally nothing else to say. Dewey, you should have told your wife she was doing the most, but that just shows us that you be thinking like her, picking up the glass, all like. And the fact that nobody said anything, Meredith, there's been a lot of times this season where I'm like, thank God, Meredith. I was like, here with you, but why didn't you say something? Not saying that you have to be captain, save everybody, but like I was expecting more from you in that moment, and you let me down. Everybody else, you didn't. Jen talking about my glass was further than that or whatever. No one gives a damn about that. Like, why do we care about that? Heather, what was it? We saw you egging kind of the situation on or whatever. Like, everybody's role in that scene
Heather.
pissed me off. Husbands included. No one even went to go see if she was all right or whatever. Like, fuck all y'all.
And now I see why Mary didn't show up to the reunion. But
And I wouldn't have either. You guys don't deserve to be in my.
see, Bob,
You
that's where
don't
we
care about me,
different.
so I don't care about you.
I'd have came there, and when it said, they would have been like, hi, you know how Andy goes around and he gives everybody the, hey, how you doing? How you feeling tonight? How you feeling tonight? And he would have got to me and say, hey, Nola, and I would have read every last one of them for filth and got the hell up and say, sit and spit.
Actually, no, that's the thing. I probably would have went on.
Yeah, I'd have went on there and read the dog out of them, okay? And baby,
everybody, like, I would have went off. Like, they would have had to. It literally would have been like a deleted scenes type thing. Like, I would have literally been incontrollable. They would have had to cut and go to, drop. Like, I would have caused a whole scene, like, off the record, completely, like, not even related to the reunion. I just would have caused.
It would have got real.
I would have got a scene, and since I'm here, you better pay me. I want my last check. Yeah, I don't. At this point, there's really no reason for me to even if I wanted to watch it or whatever. There's not really a reason, because nobody on here that, like I said, I wasn't like a Mary fan or nothing like that, but she definitely, like, there's no reason for me to really want to watch it in the future or whatever. No one else's storylines move me so much so that, like, I would even want to. Jen, it's like, okay, she probably gonna be in hell, so it's like, at least with her, it's scandalous and kind of like interesting to see, like, wow, this woman beyond bullshit. And then Mary's funny. Mary's funny at the end of the day. Huh?
I say Hulu will make another documentary about Jen. So
yeah, and whatever.
I'll just find out.
It was nice while it lasted, but they said it's about to be another Dallas and DC, and I'm like, probably.
We'll see, child. Well, that's all I have for these shows. Now, of course, you guys know if you have any questions, any hot, juicy topics that you want us to give advice on, or just something you would like to see us talk about, of course, you know, email us at worldofreads.com. I'm sorry, worldofreads at gmail.com. Make sure you go follow Barb, make sure you go follow me. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, okay? Subscribe to Barb Meets World, subscribe to Nola Reads, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.